What's going on, guys? Welcome to Beyond the Break. This is episode 2, and I just want to thank y'all so much for all the views on episode 1. I got a new special guest today. His name is Evo. Evo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Felipe. How you doing, man?
Man, I've been doing good. Had a rough week last week, but things are going to looking on the bright side. I know you haven't been feeling too high. We've been kind of trying to get our, schedules to line up, but thank you so much for taking the time and hopping in and hanging out with me.
No problem, man. Least I can do. I've been looking forward to this for a long, long time.
I know. I've been. You have no idea the amount of just excitement I have, and I mean, you've been a part of this journey already because like, just the little bit of test trials that we've ran and the issues I've had. I mean, I got to upgrade my whole setup because of all those mistakes. So it's a win-win in my books.
Man, I'm not normally on camera. I'm usually behind the camera, so this is definitely new for me, but I enjoy it.
I know this is where the viewers actually get to see who is Evo, and we get to learn some more stuff about you. So I'm super, super excited. So I wrote a little bio about you that I wanted to read, so that way everybody
You and
got
I
to know
both, man.
you.
Yeah, definitely excited to learn a little more about you, about everything you're doing. Um, then yeah, let's get to it, brother.
Awesome. So everybody out there that's listening right now, Evo is actually one of my good closest friends, best friend I've ever made on whatnot. I mean, he has the best slogan ever in every break is why would you ever want to break with anybody else? Seriously. I mean, the guy pulls heats to begin with. But beside all that, I mean, he's also known for his ADD. He loves to sing on the breaks, and I think the funniest thing ever is how patient you are during your breaks.
Listen, you got to be sometimes, and listen, I got to set the record straight. I only say, why would you want to break anywhere else? Because it irks me to no end when I hear breakers constantly saying that. It's like, listen, at the end of the day, man, it is all the luck in the world as to what you're pulling out of hobby boxes, what you're pulling out of blasters, etc. I hate when breakers say that. I say it really sarcastically, but fortunately for me, a lot of my followers have kind of taken that and just run with it, and they love saying it whenever I pull something big. So it's essentially a joke moving forward. So hey, you come to the break, you might hear me say it. Please do not take it seriously. But I mean, seriously, hey, why would you want to break anywhere else though?
But I mean, this is such a good point because what I love about your room is the fact that how much of a community you got to actually build up in there to begin with. Like, I know for me, when I first started doing with Harper, my daughter, Mini Coco, we did our breaks and everything. And my nerves was, do I have enough followers to even jump in and stuff? And just to see the outreach and pour in the community to always, you know, go in that room and give it a try. And then you build your community. How was those feelings for you when you first started?
I was scared, man. I love people. My job is in sales. I love talking. I could talk to a wall. But it was nerve wracking jumping into a hobby that I have actually only been in for about 11 months. I didn't know much about cards. I know a lot about soccer. I'm a fanatic when it comes to that, but I
Right.
don't know much about cards. I don't know much about the hobby, etc. So it was nerve wracking to get into that because, I'm sitting there thinking, everybody else probably knows so much more than me. So what value am I actually going to be bringing to these streams, etc.? So how I positioned it was, well, personality. Like
Yeah.
it's just who I am. I
Oh
like
yeah,
having
for
fun.
sure.
I like joking around and doing all that. So that's how that's what it felt like to start, and then from there I was able to gain a lot of loyal people that constantly came into the streams, and I had a good time and made some I'll have for a very, very long time.
Right. So you said you started about 11 months ago, right?
Yeah.
So what sparked that first interest of being like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking. Like what literally just fueled you for that? Uh oh, are we losing connection here?
So a little bit, but I got you.
Oh, okay.
Ironically, so when I was a kid, I collected sports cards, but it was mainly baseball, some basketball,
Right.
and then I stopped for a very long time, and then I got married in October, and one of my best friends in the wedding card that he gave me was a baseball card, a David Ortiz baseball card. I'm a
Oh,
big
the
Red Sox fan,
Big Poppy.
and yeah, so I I fell back in love with it. I was like, oh, dude, this is sick. Like, and I was asking, I was like, hey, where do you buy your sports cards? He goes, oh, usually like a local card shop or whatnot. I was like, what's whatnot? So that that was a detrimental hit to
Hmm.
my bank account,
I
but
think everybody's.
nonetheless, everybody's for sure, man. But that's what got me back into it, and I told myself, listen, if you're gonna start collecting something, collect what you love. And I love Chelsea, I love soccer, so I started with that, and then it just grew and grew and grew and grew.
See that? I mean, that's so awesome to hear it that way because honestly, for me and my side of the world, it I when I was a kid, I was collecting baseball cards and football cards, and then Pokemon cards as well. I mean, I liked collecting pretty much anything that was on a card during that time, and I stopped. I just like literally just stopped cold turkey, and you know, got into high school and got married and had kids, and then my oldest, she brought home Pokemon cards, and she goes, "Oh, look what I brought home." And I'm looking, I'm like, "Wow, they changed so much and stuff." She goes, "Well, can we open some?" And I was like, "You know what? Why not? Yeah, sure. Let me let you experience what it's like." And of course, the first pack that we ever opened, she pulls this monster Espeon card in there that's worth like $200, and I didn't know at the time. So as I'm looking it up, I'm like, "Holy crap, they worth more now than what they used to." Because I tell you what, during the junk wax phase, I mean, none of my I love my baseball cards. I still have my baseball cards,
Yeah.
but none of them are really worth much unless I get them graded, and that's about it. I mean, I got Pudge Rodriguez rookies, Rafael Palmeiros. I got a lot of cool stuff, but once I saw that, we're like, okay, let's go back and get some more, and then it started getting worse and worse, and then honestly, the way I found out with Whatnot was on YouTube. I was just watching one of the people that Harper likes to watch break cards, and he was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I was on what?" And I'm like, "What is this Whatnot?" Well, man, did I regret ever finding that.
I don't think anybody gets whatnot and is sitting there and be like, oh, this it's a lot of fun and enjoyable, but like there's just some things that you're just like, dude, probably shouldn't have jumped into it. But it's funny too, like excuse me, I'm the same way. Like I have a bunch of baseball cards. I have like Mariano Rivera rookie cards, Derek Jeter rookie cards,
Right.
David Ortiz rookie cards, Manny Ramirez, like big Red Sox fan. So like I have a ton of those cards. But I actually started collecting with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't know if you remember
I
Yu-Gi-Oh,
do
but
remember
like
Yu-Gi-Oh. I
that
had that
was
too.
my big, big, big thing, and I have so many of them. I still have a few like Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like
Those are worth a
those were the
lot.
cards that are worth a ton. I have Exodia, I think is it? No,
Yeah, it was
oh man, I
Exodia. Then
forgot.
you had Dark
Exodia, thank you.
Magician.
Yeah, Dark Magician League. I have all those original cards still
Yeah.
back in my house, and like it was funny because I when I went back home it was, I think it was January, February of this year. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I asked my parents, I was like, hey, do you remember where my original sports cards were? And they couldn't remember. They couldn't remember. And I couldn't remember. Dude, I tore apart my room and I found all of them. And I realized that I had gotten soccer cards from my uncle it was from 1992, 92 score. And I have a Paulo Maldini that's actually right here that I got graded. Let me see if I can pull it up. I mean, it didn't grade great, but like this was from 1991 score PSA 7.
Oh wow.
Um, I don't know if you can see it
Yeah, yeah,
well.
yeah. There we go.
So like that was really cool that I was able to get. But like again, PSA 7, so it's not the greatest, but like it was one of his first ever cards that he had. So like
Mm-hmm.
really cool in that.
So you're lucky that your parents ended up saving your cards because I can remember with my parents, I had the first edition Charizard Hollow. I kid you not. I had that card.
Sheesh.
And then after this stuff with Harper and everything, and I went back to my parents, I was like, I need to find all my cards because realizing that how much that card was worth, like, I gotta go get it graded. Like, even a PSA 5 was
Yeah.
doing a lot. And my mom was like, "Well, here's all your
Hmm.
baseball and basketball and football cards." Like, okay, no, those don't matter right now to me. I want the Charizard. Where's the Charizard? And she goes, "Oh, we gave
Yeah.
those to your cousin a long time ago." I'm like, "Oh, it was so heartbreaking." I
Oh
even called
no.
my cousin. I was like, "Do you happen to still have these cards?" Like, "Oh, I didn't think they were worth anything. We threw them away a long time ago." I'm like, it's like I just pretend. I was like, you know what? I never owned a Charizard. Never had a Charizard. Never knew what it felt like to
Dude,
have a
I
Charizard.
see I had a ton of Pokemon cards and I have no idea where they went. That's the one thing. I know where all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have all of them. I have no idea where all my Pokemon cards went, and it still hurts me to this day. But I know the day that I can go into my parents' basement and just tear it apart with all the stuff that's on there, I will find it.
One day you'll find it. And I love how we just transitioned
60 years
from
old, but I'm getting them.
we will find them. But I love how we
Sports
transition
too.
from sports to Pokemon immediately. But I mean, this is the part of the hobby, like the diversity of
But
the
I, f-
collection.
I feel like that's the way that so many people started.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did we care about first when we were younger? It was the action figures, the cartoons, and all that stuff, and like
Right.
people around our age, it was the Pokemon, it was the Digimon, it was the Yu-Gi-Oh, it was like all these different types
Yes.
of action cartoons, etc. Um, sports kind of came a little bit later, so that's how we started with all of these different cards and such. Now, when things get obviously uh, as we get older and cards become significantly more valuable, it's a little different. Hobby
Mm-hmm.
boxes used to be 100, 150
Oh
bucks.
yeah,
Now we're
hobby
looking
box used to
at
be cheap.
450, 500 bucks. So different. Do I kick myself every day that I wasn't, in 2017, 2018 ripping boxes and ripping packs? Like for sure,
Oh
100%.
gosh,
But
yes.
it's no, I mean, it's weird, but it's like, it's no different than people looking back and be like, damn, I wish I bought a house in 2009. It's
Yep.
like, obviously, like we
Yeah.
owe, hindsight's 2020 when it comes to that. But yeah, man, the hobby's great. I think it's going to a really great place, especially the soccer market. I think there's so much potential,
And I love that
and
you're jumping ahead
I'm
about that
excited to see
because
where it goes.
yeah, I know. I love that you jumped ahead about the mark and everything because that's exactly what I was going to start eventually leading up to because it's so true. Like, I mean, you're looking at there's okay. So did you ever see? Was it the one of one Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan card that sold? And there was one of
Oh,
the
I haven't
card.
seen those.
Okay, so it was like the card shark guy that bought it, and him and two other investors and everything. Well, there was a segment where he was talking to the news reporter, and they're like, why were you buying a card? It's a piece of cardboard with their autographs. Like, you have no idea the transition that how big the hobby is growing. He said it's almost on the
Mm-hmm.
same par and level as collecting artwork, which is so true. I mean, if you think about it,
It,
it's eye captivating. You're looking for the rarity of it, the serialized cards, and it
mm-hmm.
grows and gains a value of depending on how hard that chase card is, whether it's from Pokemon to football to sport,
Yep.
anything in general. That's what's so unique and interesting about the hobby, that it's evolving and growing so fast. And people are like, well, no, what
Yep.
about if it's turning into the junk wax era 2.0? Well, there are some things that show similarity of it. I mean, you got sets that are coming like from Superman, Scooby Doo, but they're all cool, but they're serialized. That's the difference. They're still providing that rarity of those cards, so they're still going to have some type of a value tied to it.
I think it's really important to invest in the better cards. The Let me take a step back there. Topps Chrome, your Select, your Merlins, your higher quality cards. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the cards these people are buying are not really worth it in value, and they're not going to hold. Like
Right.
you're not going to sit there with a Leaf autographed card and say, okay, this is going to be worth as much as a Topps or a Panini card. Now, there's an argument to be made with, Topps selling cards at, from unlicensed kits in unlicensed nations. You have England, Italy, France,
In
and
Germany.
Germany
Mm-hmm.
in Euro to 2024. Like, those are not licensed, but like, you have Musiala signing, you have all Italian guys signing,
Cruise
you have English
signs.
signing. Like, you have a lot of these guys that are signing that people will still buy because it's from Topps. So that's an argument that a lot of people make. It's like, well, why isn't Leaf just as valuable? So like it's something where you can always make that argument, or even Futera. Like I think Futera is beautiful cards, beautiful
Oh,
sets,
yeah,
and I think
absolutely.
they're gorgeous, but like they're not licensed. So how valuable are they truly? It's one of those things where that's how you have to look at the hobby. Now, I'm gonna let's take the word hobby. Like
Mm-hmm.
hobby should be something you do for yourself and something you enjoy doing. There's two ways you can take it. Do you
Right.
want to take it in a sense of I'm just collecting for myself? This is my PC. At that point, it doesn't matter what you collect. You want to
Mm-hmm.
collect Leaf cards. You want to collect Futera cards. That's all you want to collect. That's fine. Do your
Yeah.
thing. But if you want to do it in a sense where you're gonna try to make this a side hustle, You want to invest in cards that are valuable, that people are going to want to purchase from you
Right.
eventually.
I think that's where that, and I like to think of it like as a balance beam. You have to find that perfect balance where you're walking along of which ones are going to be the ones that I'm going to be collecting as a PC, and which one am I
Hmm.
going to be holding and turn around as investment. Because if I sway one side or another, I lose that balance, and I'm going to fall towards that side that I'm weighted on the most. Yeah,
Hmm.
you brought a point about Futera. I think Futera is doing a good job. They're starting to get, licenses on certain teams and stuff, and that's going to bring a huge amount of credibility and more value towards them. The thing that they have that's awesome is all the game worn, uniform and the on card autos. That versus Leaf, where they have had issues in the past where they've been told that those weren't the true signatures and they've been
Yeah.
caught at it. And that's where you have to do your research. You're studying about, yeah, you could pull a Messi auto or a Yamal auto out of Leaf or Wildcard, but how much liability and risk is there knowing that whether they really did sign it or not? And yes, I say Messi because Messi did get caught with tops also with his brother
I
signing.
mean, I mean, Coco, it happened to me. Like I was going to purchase a Messi auto from a Merlin 20, I believe it was 2021 set, Merlin Heritage.
Mm-hmm.
That was the set that PSA was not authenticating. They weren't valuing those autos because they couldn't validate that it was actually Lionel Messi
Right.
signing. So, you know, it is important to do your research, and yeah, it does suck. Like that sucks a lot for the hobby because then you look back and be like, well, how valuable is this? Can we actually trust it? So
Right.
there's a lot of sketchy stuff that might happen to the hobby, but most of the time you're good to
Well,
go.
you say sketchy and everything, and that's exactly the same thing as you would take sketchy risk when it comes to stock market, or sketchy risk if you're investing into watches, which is another huge thing. I mean, there's so many things that collectors have that has a value and asset that provides assets, but also provides risks and sketchiness at the same time. So no matter what, whatever field that you're going in, whether it's football, baseball,
Hmm.
soccer, watches, F1, Labubu, whatever that is that my daughter's starting to talk about, there's reals and there's fakes and everything. You got to put in the
Nuts.
work and research behind it. It's just inevitable.
Hmm. And and it's one of those things where like with the 2026 World Cup coming up, there's going to be a lot of new investors
Yes.
into, I believe, the soccer hobby, into the soccer space. So that's going to jump. It's going to make one of. It's going to really make two things happen. First and foremost, a lot of cards are going to become overvalued.
Yep.
A lot of cards that really don't carry much weight are going to sell for a good amount of money. The other thing is it's going to be significantly more expensive to build out your own PC.
Yes.
Like
And
it's going to become significantly more expensive, and that's the tough part. In the sense where it's like you have to play the smart game or the long game. It's like,
mm-hmm.
you know, I'm sitting here and I'm watching Erling Haaland go off today. For example, he's not somebody in my PC, but like I personally think he's very undervalued in the market and in the hobby.
Yeah.
I think it's very undervalued. I think eventually he will finish as the best goal scorer of all time
Yeah,
overall. I mean,
for sure.
other than Cristiano Ronaldo, but like I think that he will. He's only 25 and he's
Yeah.
unbelievable what he does. So it's like I think he's very, very undervalued. I think Mbappe is very, very undervalued.
You know
Like
what's
I
crazy?
think,
You say Mbappe, you are 100% right. His is really the most interesting market to watch because he shows a lot of. I mean, he's an amazing player in general. Am I a big fan of him? Not so much, but I can give credit where credit is due, and his market should be a lot higher than what it is. Sorry for interrupting.
it should be, and he's really. Oh no, dude, you're good, dude. Please try. I do it all the time. Like this season, I do believe if he continues on how he started, and I mean, you can look at any player and truly say this, but I think he has a good case of winning the Ballon d'Or this year, like a very, very good chance of
Right.
just really going forward and work and being able to win something like that. I do feel though that now are undervalued and will eventually be valued properly. I think a big one is like Kevin De Bruyne. I think De
Yeah.
Bruyne is valued well.
See how they did. You had to catch the game either live or hear about it through word of mouth.
Hmm.
That was
On
the
top of
rough
it,
part.
too, though, we live in a world of highlights today. I'll give you an unbelievable example here. The Club World Cup, Gonzalo
Yeah.
Garcia for Real Madrid. He
Yes.
went off. He
Big
went
time.
off. His market was insane.
Like almost
What has he done
Yamal
since?
level. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay,
Nothing.
he hasn't done anything. So we live in a world of small individual highlights, and we look at everything under a microscope. The guy played what, 7, 8 games, scored 4 or 5 goals. Like,
Yep.
wow, this kid's gonna be the next striker for Real Madrid. He's going
Mm-hmm.
to bench Endrick. He's gonna potentially deputize, with Mbappe. The guy's rookie cards were selling for two, three, four, five, $600.
An
I sold an out of
absurd.
15 I sold an out of 15 of his for $350. It wasn't worth that. Let's be real. But
Realistically,
like
yeah.
at the end of the day, cards are only worth what people are willing to pay.
Exactly.
So when you look at it like that, yeah, you could say it's worth it. But if you just put your thinking cap on, it's not worth it. Which is why I think a lot of cards of incredible players now are going to be worth so much more money in the future because we're not living highlight to highlight and game to game with these.
Mm-hmm. So let let me bring up something here, and let me see if I can think it out right. So people have a tendency, and correct me if I'm wrong here, to when like Gonzalo Garcia, prime example, when they see the market start spiking and just just going way above where it should honestly be, these people have a tendency to go ahead and just start holding because they
Yeah.
think that it's going to keep going higher and higher and higher. When realistically, we both know, and a majority of the market probably knows too, saying that his is going to take a massive dip. So, as the person that's holding it, do you think that they didn't put in enough work and research in that player and what the potential may be, or do you think it's just a viable risk regardless whether you hold or sell? Because it's not like a Yamal. I mean, people. I mean, when I started getting Yamal rookie cards, I was thinking like, oh, these are paper. They're never gonna do really much. I started giving away. Well, the paper alone, the paper base alone does like $15 to $20 without a doubt. And
Yeah,
I gave away
it's
so
crazy.
much of those.
So me too, dude. I gave it to some of my best friends and be like, "Hey, hold on to this guy. He could be good." It's like
Right.
I just
It
gave you a
look
20, 30, $40 card. Like it's the way it is. Now, with Gonzalo Garcia, I think there's you go into two buckets, and I think it's down to the buckets of, again, collecting for own personal enjoyment and collecting for profit. You have people who had some of his rookie cards and are sitting there like, well, I know the guy isn't incredible and I don't care about him enough to keep him in my PC.
right.
I'm going to get rid of him. Then you have others who have FOMO, the fear of missing out,
Dude, FOMO is
who
so
want to
dangerous.
buy and
Mm-hmm.
want to bring him into the future. It is, it's unbelievable. So like those are the ones that are buying. Those are the ones that are sitting there being like, well, if I can buy this for 200 today, what if it goes to 400 tomorrow? What if it goes to 800? I want to be able to buy it for 200.
Right.
That's kind of the issue that a lot of these people have. It's like they have that fear of missing out of, well, what if it goes higher? It's no different than a stock at the end of the day. It really
Right.
isn't.
No,
But
I brought that up last episode. Mm-hmm. Because you have a high risk, high volatility type of stock where you're dumping money and you're hoping for that huge return versus like a S&P 500 where it's a slow growth, but it's still a steady growth. And that's how it works in the card market. You have to
mhm,
me as a person who's collecting and you're wanting to weigh more towards let me make a profit and an investment and a growth out of this, then you need to be as the person like very well vested into that universe to where you know exactly how they're playing, looking at the the comps and seeing, okay, I see an increase, I see the pattern now, let me hold 2 more days and then I post it, I should hit it at its peak on sales versus I'm going to hold out and you have disappeared and you're back and
I'm back.
you're back and dang it. But you're trying to sell it at that max point, but
Could be my internet.
yeah, it happens. But because mine is showing green bars here, but I mean going
It's
through with
probably me.
that, you're looking at a problem where if you don't put in that work, you could easily lose out a lot of money. Like you said, buy that car for $200. 2 weeks later, that car's going for no more than $50, and then you just cannot sell it because you know deep down, it's like I spent 200. I cannot eat $150 waste.
But that's where you have to weigh it up. Like, is it worth dumping this?
Yep.
Like you have to believe. Is it going to be something that you want to hold on to and you do believe in him, or are you stuck with it? You
Right.
know, it happens often, which is why for me, for my personal collection, I only buy guys that I've loved watching and growing up. I'm not sitting here and saying, hey, I want to, looking at Chelsea rookies right now, like, of course, Estevan, I think he's going to be incredible. But like, I'm not sitting there and being like, hey, Tyreek George, I'm going to go buy a ton of your cards because I
Right.
think you're going to be incredible. I don't. I don't think he's going to be incredible. But just because he's a Chelsea player doesn't mean I'm going to collect him. I collect guys that I like to watch and also guys I believe are going to be incredible in the future.
Right. Kind of like that Quanda, Mr. Portugal.
Yeah, Kinda. Yeah,
Kenda's
yeah.
good.
Giovanni Kinda is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Dude, I
I
love
think
him.
he's going to be really, really good. But Chelsea have a ton of really good youngsters. We have Kendry Paez, Mike Penders, both over there at Strasbourg. We
Chelsea's
have
making great
we have a
moves.
lot of incredible. I could talk
So,
about them all day.
oh yeah,
Genuinely, yeah.
and this is where we're gonna start transitioning from market to sports and to other things. So, and I love how we both have just this passion about both collecting and the investment side of it because for me it's hard for me to sell personally because I do it more for the hobby sake. I love collecting. I love. I don't, would I love like a one of one James Rodriguez autograph? Oh my gosh, yes, I would absolutely die if I had one of those.
Of course.
But am I willing to drop like $9,000? Not that his market's that good, but I'm just saying hypothetically, no, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But do I make smart investment at the same time that I know I can gain a profit from when I'm ready to start selling? Like I got plenty of Yamals that are gaining value and stuff that I'm now at that point where I'm like I'm ready to dump those and stuff. Like I'll hold on to them, I admire them, I enjoy them, and if I lose out on them, I'm the type that I know people lose, and if I lose, it is what it is. You move on to the next step. Because if you just fixate on that loss so much, then you're gonna start losing all around, just in general. And that's just not a good mindset. That
100%.
that's what gives you burnout. Yeah, you're gonna need to upgrade that internet speed, Evo. You disappeared again. Oh no. Be back. Evo, come back. We're still recording here. We're still recording. Evo. No. Can I pause the recording? Oh, you're back again. Dude, Evo, you got to upgrade that internet over there.
Dude, it's not this. It was totally fine before this. I can watch myself and I look perfectly clear.
You look good, but I'm showing orange bars on your side, and I think the viewers are going to just laugh the fact that I just threw like a massive tantrum while you disappearing and freezing up again. Oh, no.
Jesus, this is brutal. I apologize.
That's okay. So then let's go ahead and start making the transition toward. Oh, my goodness. For all of you that are watching, just I hope y'all are watching this and just seeing it. My friend Evo needs to just invest in better internet, and I can promise you his breaks are never lagging out like this though. I think he probably turns everything off when he's doing his breaks. Oh,
Yeah,
you're back.
this makes no sense. Like even for work sometimes. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can log on to my phones.
Oh, yeah.
Any better?
You're showing green now.
This is nuts.
This is where we're gonna jump back into it. And you
Yeah.
look even more
Okay.
clear. I like it.
This is crazy, dude. I need to call my internet provider tomorrow morning
I'm
because
keeping
this
this
is
in the feed.
ridiculous.
Everybody's gonna watch this part at least. All right, let's
That's
make a
fair.
little
Hand
transition
up, dude.
aside. All right, we went into big time intro slash the fill. I know I've told you in the background that we break this up into segments. So technically we're in the fill right now. I just never announced it. So right off the bat, I just need to ask: are you a Messi fan or a Ronaldo fan?
I
Such
mean,
a long
uh,
pause.
well, when you have common sense, there's really only one answer, Felipe. So, Cristiano Ronaldo through and through. Um, it's the greatest to ever do it. He did it over 5 different countries. There's a reason. There's a reason for that.
And I love that you support your backup with all that information instead of just saying I'm just a fanboy of him.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, he deserves his fanboys. The man is incredible
Oh,
at what
the
he
the
does.
dude is incredible. His life is incredible. I mean, just the story behind it, just phenomenal. I mean, you don't really see someone who is the definition of hunger, but you do with him, and that's what's so great about it. So, all right. So, since we've now established that you're a Ronaldo fan, there's something else
What
I
I will say
want.
though,
Oh,
it
go ahead.
was my bad. So I cut you off, like you cut me off. So we're
We're
even
even.
now. Um, what I will say that not enough people, I think, are admitting is we're lucky as heck to be able to witness both of them live at the same time. It's very, it's not common that
Right.
you get to see the two undisputed best players in their sport at the same time. Like, you don't really get to watch, you never got to watch LeBron and Michael Jordan at their peaks playing together. You
Right.
never got to watch Tom Brady and whoever else you want to talk about, Joe Montana, etc., at their peaks. You got to watch Ronaldo and Messi duke it out.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing I could ever think of with two legend players getting to play with each other. I mean, you got Diego Maradona and Pele, but they weren't even technically together.
No,
But that's what stinks. Like those would be the closest generation of where you had two phenomenal athletes in the world. And you know what sucks is the fact that I would love to place Neymar within that and make it a trinity out of phenomenal players. But poor Neymar, just his career really took sour after PSG.
I saw an incredible post on Instagram that I'll share with you after, but it was talking about how Messi and Ronaldo were by themselves because they not only had peaks in their career that lasted a long time, but they also did it for so long. They did it
Yep.
when they were young, they did it when they were in their peak, they did it when they were old. You have the group of your Neymars, your Eden Hazards, your
Lampard.
Philip Coutinho, either. Well, Lampard did it for his entire career, but I'm talking about those guys that peaked really early
Oh, early peaks.
and,
Mm-hmm.
were very, very young and sustained it through their peak and then fell off at 30. Then you have guys like Mohamed Salah, who really came onto the scene pretty late, like 25 or
Mm-hmm.
24, 25, and then really carried on. So like you have the argument of longevity, especially Hazard versus Salah, always pisses me off a lot because you have Eden Hazard who came onto the scene at Lille in France and was young player of the season for 2 seasons in a
Yeah.
row. He also took Lille to win the Ligue. Then you have him in the third season in Ligue winning just player of the season overall.
Right.
At 17, 18, and 19, winning those accolades, coming to the Premier League, winning the Europa League, winning the Premier League multiple times, while during that time, during the same age, Mohamed Salah's playing in, I think it was some Egyptian league, and then playing in Switzerland at Basel,
Yep.
then coming to Chelsea, kind of a failed Chelsea
Yeah.
experiment. We probably give
Mm-hmm.
up on it too early, going to Fiorentina, then going to Roma, and then Liverpool. So, like, and then really putting into his career. It's
Right.
just frustrating to see kind of well, Hazard didn't do it for as long. It's like, no, he did. He just started much earlier.
Right. So now that we
Sorry,
got no,
total sidetrack to the
no,
Ronaldo Messi argument, bro.
but I love that. I mean, I love the history that you provide for it. So here's my next question about. So, do you believe Yamal is a true generational talent or not?
Talent, yes. What will he finish his career with? It's impossible to say. Talent wise, unbelievable. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's it's tough to deny how incredible he is. What he's going to become, it's very difficult to say.
Right.
Neymar is a generational talent, but injuries really caught up to him. You look at guys like Ansu Fati, was a generational talent, the
Mm-hmm.
talent that he had. Like, I think that that's what we need to focus on is that word talent. They have the talent. They're unbelievable, incredible players, but can they continually do it for an extended period of time?
Right.
That's what sets you apart.
So that's, and I'm glad you brought up Neymar on that next point because here's my part two. That question is, so we had you and me growing up. We got to witness Neymar, CR7, and Messi. Pretty much our childhood and growing up. I mean, they're pretty much close to our age, regardless. So if you were to say who would be the next big three, who would that be in your eyes?
So I mean, Yamal is definitely going to be there. I think Estevan has a really good
Really?
shout.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Estevan is. I mean, in Brazil, they dub him as the next Neymar, and that's coming from Brazilians. That's not
Yeah.
coming from media hype. That's coming from people who was able to watch Neymar at Santos. He put up better numbers in Brazil than Neymar did at their same age.
Yeah.
So we have to take that into perspective as well. So Yamal, Estevan, and obviously I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'm going to enjoy what he does, and I'm going to hype him up.
For sure.
Um,
Absolutely.
but then the other one is tough because you have guys like Desiree Doué. I mean, you look at the PSG team. You have Vitinha, you have João Neves,
Dude.
you have Desiree Doué, you have Warren Zaire Emery. Like you have so many young, incredible players. But then you look at the Premier League, and you have guys like, and I hate admitting this because I hate Arsenal, but like Max Dowman, who's incredible. You have um, Ethan Nwaneri, who's
I was
incredible
wondering
as
if you were
well.
gonna pull up
You have
Nwaneri.
a lot of young, talented players. You go to like I got. I mean, you got to you know call a spade, man. You got to say that they who they are, or even the young left winger from Liverpool that just came from Chelsea's academy, Rio. I can't even pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to try. But
Oh, I know
he's
who you're talking about.
incredible as well. So you have so many young players that are just incredible at what they do. Or Rodrigo Mora,
Mora.
now Giovanni Kinda. Like you have those names, but the third I think it's tough because I also think that a lot of them fall into the recency bias type of thing. Like Desiree Doué was incredible last year, great during the Club World Cup.
He's been
This
quiet this
year
year.
has kind of fallen off. And you look
Mm-hmm.
at his market, it's
It's
dropped a little bit. So like it's it's a weird thing to look at. It's like, well, how do you really judge him? I do think it'll take time to truly judge a lot of these players. But I mean, right now, if I have to make a guess on the third one, this is tough, bro.
you can say a Colombian. It's okay.
John Duran hurt my feelings, bro.
Yeah, you hurt mine, but I'm more thinking of Richard Rios.
Richard Rios is phenomenal, and he also plays for my Portuguese team, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with that. He also that man just oozes swag.
Oh,
But the
big
thing
time.
is, but the thing is, he's not as young as those other guys. He's what,
No,
20, 30,
he's
24.
he's 24. He's 24.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
he's older.
and it's crazy to even think about, but like that's entering your peak
Yeah.
technically in
Heck
the
yeah.
footballing world. So it's like it's a weird thing. It's like what do you look at when you talk about these cutoffs of age? Because you have Yamal who's 19 years old, you have Estevan who's 18 years old. Like
Right. Exactly.
it's a weird thing to look at. Rodrigo Moro who's 17, Giovanni Kenda who's 17.
17.
Like that's the age that you're really looking at. Like how are you judging him? Warren Zaire Emery, 19, going to be 20, like super young kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. I don't know who that third's going to be, man. I'm very confident on Estevan. Obviously, Yamal's already proven himself. I think the 2026 World Cup is going to unearth another gem
I do
that
too.
is going to make that next step, in my
I do
opinion.
too. And I cannot wait for the 2026 World Cup. One, Colombia made it. I was so happy, celebrating like crazy. And, it was funny how we talked about a little bit about players and stuff. One of my favorites, and he still is one of my favorites, Luis Sinistera. That kid was supposed to be a
Yep.
generational talent for Colombia. He had the skills and everything, but he's now suffering because he's already, I think he's what, 20, 25 or 26. He's already suffering with the same thing that
Hmm.
Neymar suffers, and that's injuries. So he's now playing in Brazil because Bournemouth needs him to try to make it a season without getting hurt because his left hamstring keeps tearing. And it's a shame because when you see someone like that talented and stuff, that one
Hmm.
would be a huge asset for Colombia on that left side to help with Diaz on the sub outs. But I mean, it just stinks to see a player's skill and talent
He's
just,
26, man.
yeah.
He's 20.
That's the thing that stinks. Like he was technically a
You know,
rookie in
so
22,
it.
23. And that's the hard part. Like
Hmm.
you always got to see like, well, how old are they when they became established as a rookie? Like, are they young, like Estevao or Rio? Not Rios, but Cuenda. I mean, those are the things that you have
Mhm.
to really pay attention to. Is like how old are they when they were established as a rookie? And it stinks, but
And it does, and it's tough because injuries take so much away from players. They take away speed, they take away agility, they take away
for sure.
just quickness. They take away being able to make these moves that made them who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because there are so many talented, incredible players
Oh, for
that
sure.
either not just injuries though, bad career choices.
Yeah.
Like like you look at these different leagues, like there are so many players who would be so much better off playing in other leagues and get the respect they deserve. Like I'll give you an example again. I'm a Chelsea fan, so it's what I know
Mudrick.
best, but like Enzo Fernandez.
Oh, Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez is a phenomenal. He would be tailor made. He's tailor made fit for Real Madrid. He is a perfect fit. He would do so well in La Liga.
It's
He was their
true.
Tony Cruz replacement. That's who he was. And I believe if Chelsea didn't buy him in the summer that we in the January transfer window we did, he goes to Real Madrid in the summer and he's looked at as the one of, if not the best midfielders in the world. But
He's from
again,
Argentina.
I know, so you hate him, and I don't blame you. But he's so good at what he does.
He
But
is
again,
good. He is good.
his style of play does not fit the Premier League as well as it fits La Liga, in my opinion.
I mean, case in point, look at Julian Alvarez. I mean, you think he was a
Hmm.
great fit with Manchester City, but he wasn't. He moves over there to Atletico Madrid, and look at him. I mean, the kid's killing it over there. Like you said, you got to make the smart career choices where you're going to be able to establish your talent and boost your career. But if you don't do that and you think that I'm just stay in this team and be loyal and not have a future in my side and never be established as a legend player, then those choices are yours to make. You
I
know?
mean, even another one too that I talk about, and it makes me laugh just because of what we're able to get from him. But like Mason Mount, going from Chelsea to
Mount. Oh
Manchester United,
man.
like we got 60 million for him,
Uh huh.
and he wanted to go to Man United because this is he's on record. Okay, I lied. He's not on record saying this, but it came out in an article that he felt Manchester United were in a better position than Chelsea to challenge for major titles. Well, how does that look like? Didn't really work out in his favor. So
Right.
like it's true about the career progression that you put like that you it's like where do you want to move next?
Right.
You're looking at Nicholas Jackson moving over to Bayern Munich. By attackers in Germany just score goals for fun. And then when they move to other leagues like the Premier League, which is harder, they don't do what they can do.
It's true. I mean, I don't want to bash too much on Bundesliga because I actually have been enjoying watching it because of Diaz. And I'm happy for Diaz. I mean, he's already been scoring goals in the Premier, so he already established as a good player in the EPL.
Yep.
But man, he looks way better in Bunda, just scoring even more than what he does before. But
it's it's an easier league and it sucks to say, but like the Premier League is the best league in the world.
okay.
Like when and I can go on and on and on about it. So, but I'm not going to. I'm going to shut myself up.
Here's my next question. What is your favorite to follow? EPL, MLS, La Liga, or Serie A?
Oh, Premier League without a doubt,
Premier League, without a doubt. You established them as the
without a
top.
doubt,
Who would be the second?
easily. I'd probably say Serie A,
See, I like Serie A lot.
and I
It's
think a
starting to
very
grow, and
underrated one.
it's growing on me.
I think a very underrated one is Ligue 1, the French league.
Oh,
I
I
think it doesn't
forgot to
get
even.
the
Yeah,
respect. Doesn't get the respect it deserves. Case in point, you forgot to mention him. I'm messing
yeah.
with
I
you.
also forgot to mention
But
League
like
MX,
it's I don't think that really I think that's in the MLS bucket, which is like
bottom tier.
C tier maybe.
Yeah.
Um yeah, but League on like if you look and again, I'm a Premier League massive fan. I'm a hardo when it comes to them, so I'll speak to them highly. But like if you look at the transition of players that transfer into the Premier League, the French league just off top of my head, has some of the highest success rates of players doing well when they come to this league versus like the Bundesliga, the transition's not great.
Right.
La Liga, not the greatest. Serie A depends. Defenders do well, attackers don't really do well. The Portuguese league, high hit rate. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's down to the intensity, the way that they play, and the overall just the quickness of the league.
That's cool. Well, I love getting your opinion on that because I know everybody has different opinions when it comes to their favorite leagues, depending on whatever type of team that they follow. So now here's going back to when we were first introducing ourselves that I didn't get to mention this part of my question right here. You are definitely known for the pronunciation of players' names. And I know because we've talked about it millions of times, you have the biggest, I wouldn't call, would it call a pet peeve or would it call something else where if you go into other rooms and it irks you the way you hear some people pronounce names.
Yeah, it irks is I think the nice way of putting it. But yeah, it irks me more than you know. Like I couldn't imagine, and I never will buy from a breaker who doesn't know who they're now. It's tough because at the end of the day, kind of who gives a crap? Like who cares how
Right.
they pronounce it? But it just really bothers me. It's like, dude, how don't you know how to pronounce this player's name that you watch, that you talk about? What you should be watching,
You
but
don't
you're
like that
breaking
Lamine
it. Like
Tamal guy?
Estavio,
Estavio?
dude. That's not even that bad.
Rayos?
Estavio, like, dude, like no, but that at least Rio's like you can get.
You can
Let
get
me
away with
see.
it. You can get away with it. I'm trying to find one.
Let me pull some cards and let me just look at some names that like
James
really used to
Rodriguez.
piss me off. Like it's just really annoying. I don't understand how some people get through with it and really pass it off. Okay, I can't find any. Of
I
course, I
knew
can't
this would
find
be a
any right now
fun.
that are
Yeah,
gonna
I knew
piss me
this would
off.
be a fun thing to bring up because you are definitely known in every break for the pronunciation
Oh,
of
this was
everyone.
it. This is it, dude. No. Oh my goodness. I think it was something with Zidane once that somebody said, and he was like, Zidane. I
Zidane
think he
Zidane.
said, I think it was like something like that. I was like,
I've
dude,
heard
bro,
his name
what are
butchered a
you
lot.
saying right now?
Just say Zizou at
Like,
that
I'm
point.
sorry, but not even. I mean, that's harder.
That
Like,
is
dude, you
true.
just pronounce the letters in front of you,
All
bro. It's
right.
not that
Last question.
difficult, dude. Come
Last
on, man.
question of the fill, and that is, what is the one rookie that you feel like doesn't get talked enough?
Hmm. See, my Chelsea colors are gonna come out again, Felipe, and you're doing this to me on, I think, on
You're
purpose.
going to blue here on this show.
I know, and some of your other followers who are not Chelsea fans might absolutely hate this. Um, but I'll take it elsewhere. I'll keep it in the Premier League because I have to.
Okay.
Um, I don't have to, but I'm going to. I think the left back at Man City, Nico Riley, is a
O'Reilly.
really good player,
Oh,
very
okay.
tidy player. I think he's phenomenal. And I think that he has a really good career in front of him. Um, he's big, he's physical,
Mm-hmm.
but he's very technical. I think that he has a lot going for him. I think that he can really break onto the scene and truly be a really good Premier League left back, even center midfielder. Because I know he came up as a center midfielder, so
Mm-hmm.
like I think he's got a lot of potential. I mean, I think your two kids at Arsenal are really good. I think Dowman is phenomenal. He doesn't have any cards right now, so it's tough to chase him. But like,
Right.
I think Dowman's going to be unbelievable
Bergvall.
as a player. But I think Bergvall is really good. I think, unfortunately,
I
him
think he's
playing at
still.
Spurs
Yeah, I think he's still got some
hinder
issues.
any better now.
Yeah. Oh, you're good.
Okay.
I'm saying. I think the whole Spurs is his issues.
I thought you said I have issues. Yeah, my correct connection, which made sense. But I think that that's important. Oh, also another rookie that I really love is I forget his name right now. To the rookie goalie from AC Milan begins with a T. I'm totally drawing a blank on him.
AC.
Let me just Google it real quick.
All right, while you're googling that and everything, I'm gonna go ahead and make
I
the
think
transition.
Tarani.
Turani.
Toriani.
Toriani.
Toriani. Lorenzo Toriani, phenomenal goalie for AC Milan. I think could be really, really good as well.
Okay, cool. All right, so now let's go into the break room. These are going to be a little bit quicker answers and not so drawn out like what we had before,
Oh,
getting to know
yeah,
you.
right. Yeah,
So
right.
we already answered the first one. It was what brought you into the hobby, which was an awesome thing. The next one was what was it like when you did your first show? Did you get nervous? Did you feel like you accomplished what you looked for? Did they give you that hunger for the next one? Or did it make you feel like, why am I doing this?
It was a pull game. I made, I think, $110 total, and I finished it saying, "Why am I doing this?"
I hope you clip that.
And here we are.
Here we are. What has been your favorite? And I think I know. I think I know the answer to this one. I really do. What has been your favorite product to rip?
23-24 Merlin.
I was not expecting that.
You were expecting Serie A, weren't
I
you?
was expecting Syria. Honestly,
I just love. I know these are supposed to be quicker answers, but I got to answer this one a little more in depth here. So Merlin was actually the first soccer product that I opened myself. I bought a blaster box at Walmart and I pulled a
oh,
Lamine Yamal rookie card out of 250 from
oh,
that blaster box. I ended up using that as the first chaser in my pull game, and some guy won it, which, looking back, hindsight, but it's okay. Um, but it was the first part, and I love the parallels to it. I love the designs. I loved
Merlin's
everything about it.
beautiful. Merlin's
So I loved
beautiful.
Merlin. Serie A has incredible legends. So yeah, it was fun. But Merlin for me, 23-24 Merlin is second to none. I also pulled it out of 25 marks of excellence, Lamine Yamal auto out of
That's
that. So
right. I forgot about that. That's right. So yeah, no, I
that
love
was sick.
Merlin, but I totally thought you were gonna go with Syria because one, you break it a lot, and two, like you said, to me that has the best legend set. Honestly, I think,
It
and
does.
and the cards are much more shorter print and things, and you get to it's a lot more fun in my opinion. But all right.
Yes.
So instead of dragging that out, let me go ahead and ask the next one. What product do you feel it doesn't get appreciated as much ripping as it should?
I think some of the paper products, and I think Topps Jade. I ripped a lot of that as well.
Jade,
I think they're I think they're pretty, very pretty cards. Not only the parallels, but the base cards are beautiful.
yes.
Now, I think a lot of people don't like to rip it because they don't have a biggest hit rate. Like there's only like two numbered per box. Not
Yeah.
every box is guaranteed autograph, so you don't get the biggest hits. But every base card is so 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 beautiful that I think it deserves much more credit.
I think you're so right because it was, and it's funny because when you were first starting on, I first started jumping onto your show, and I was still relatively new, and you were, and I love that you were educating me, and I mean you and me hit it off pretty good in my opinion. You probably were like logging out like, dude, that guy is
Yeah,
so freaking annoying, but no, but
I
like
wouldn't be here right now if that were the case, man.
I know, right? So, but when you sent that like nice, sweet little care, like I tell you, like Harper's stuff is mixed with all my stuff. Like I'm still needing to clean and organize everything behind me, but she has all those the jade cards that you gave her, and even I enjoy looking at because that you're right. They, even though they're paper, they have a good foil on them that makes it that the captivation is just so captivating looking at them. It pops just right for such a paper product.
Gorgeous.
Right. All right. So
They're
here,
gorgeous. And another thing that a lot of people. Okay, sorry. Go go
no,
go
no, no, no,
go.
go, 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 go. Okay, all right, I'm going. All right, now
I was
here's
gonna
the.
say another. Oh shit! Damn it! It's connection. Ah, go. I'm gonna shut up.
Ah! All right, so going back to what I was gonna say was the fact that you have some stuff coming up, some shows and projects. Why don't you share with the followers what they are?
Yeah. So I've been working for a few months here while I've kind of been on a paternity leave from whatnot with Felipe here, a little project for a repacks. Now it's called Galactico Repacks. Big Real Madrid fan, so I had to use and steal that name. But we're gonna have some of the coolest cards available. Also,
Mm-hmm.
fully transparent on what cards are gonna be in there. Now, listen, guys, I'm not sitting here trying to become a millionaire off this stuff, but it's a lot of fun to collect. It's a lot of fun to build an inventory of these cards, and be able to kind of share it with all you guys. There's going to be some really fun hits, some really big hits, but the beauty of it is no one's going to go home empty-handed, which I think is a really big thing. A lot of these repacks, these people are going home empty-handed. You're getting what, maybe like a team pack of a bunch of base-looking cards that don't really have much value to it. Everyone's going to go home with something, which I think is the most important thing. But
And I think
man, we
that's
have
fair.
some really, really big cards. There, a lot of them are sitting next to me. I'm not going to spoil it here,
No,
but we
there's
have
a couple there I
some really big things and
love.
fun things coming.
There's some there that I just adored looking at when I was getting to make those videos for you. And thanks for the shout out. This has been an absolute fun project doing that with you, and to continue the partnership with that. And I can't wait to see it grow even more. And I would like to say, like what we were talking about earlier about investment. If you're looking for an investment opportunity, yes, buying into repacks and breaks in general are always a risk. But at least you can say that when it comes to repacks, especially Galactico, just throwing that out there, you're getting that guarantee opportunity to get not just a card that you're hoping that will cover what you just paid into your break, but your floor is pretty good and average, correct?
Yeah, floor is going to be between 125 and 150. So,
Exactly.
you're going to be getting a triple digit card at minimum. Mainly going to be graded cards. Some I'm going to get raw, so you have the ability to kind of grade yourself and clean them up and make them look nice.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly they're going to be graded cards or sealed cards direct from Tops or Panini.
All right, so we're coming close to the end of our show over here. So I got two more little things left to go, and the first one is actually a little bit of a time to flex that PC, and then we'll finish with the Let's Break, which is our game where I'm going to blast you with quick questions that you have to answer super super fast. So because we're running almost into
Oh,
our
I'm not
time
good at that.
zone. So first things first. I know you got a lot of cards around you. We all do. It's inevitable. Show us one of your favorite cards that you have.
Okay, so we got to pull. Let me go see. I got a few here that just came back from grading. So, all right, I'm going to show two. Do you mind?
Go for it.
Well, you can't stop me, so it doesn't matter. Um, First is this Enzo Fernandez rookie. Let me see if I can get a better
There it is.
picture of it. There
Oh,
you guys.
orange.
Orange out of 10. Also an auto. PSA 9. I actually got this from Jay's card 34. Um, Guy's a mod, always in my streams.
Such a huge help in
And then recently got this CR7 Grail from Whips
Whip.
Pulls.
I love Whip, dude.
Beautiful, beautiful card. This is coming into the PC as well. I have a ton of others that I can go through, but we don't have time for all that.
Yeah, dude. Whip, such an awesome guy. So blessed that I got to meet him. He was the one that I showed my PC card. I had to for him. Like on the first episode was like my first James Rodriguez card, and I got it from Whip, and it has been great because me and him have become good friends, like how you and me have, like where we just text like nonstop. And great
Mm-hmm.
dude. I'd shout him out every episode, you and him every time. And when it comes to like just hitting you up for cards and deals, because y'all are the best. All right, so didn't think I was gonna
Awesome.
do this, but it was right beside me, so I think it is time. I know a lot of people's not a fan of SGC, but this is a SGC 10 out of 75 tops crystal Lamine Yamal rookie.
Ooh, that's a gorgeous card, dude. The crystals also don't get enough respect.
They don't, but that is my top one, and I gotta at least throw at least one Colombian per episode. And here's my PSA 10 James Rodriguez zebra
Go on
print.
the zebra. That's
On the
gorgeous.
zebra, which I almost have the animal farm. All I'm missing is the elephant, and I have the animal farm.
All right, we gotta go looking for you then.
Heck
I'll
yeah.
find it.
All right, now that we got to flex our little PC, now it's time for the break itself. So this is where we're going to be asking tons of questions at a fast pace, and you have to answer it without thinking. All right, just first reaction time. All right, the first game. All right, It's called Would You Rather. Would you rather score the
Let's do
winning
it.
goal in a World Cup final but never be identified as the scorer, or be a famous player who misses a crucial penalty?
Crucial penalty.
All right. Would you rather have your team win every game 1-0, or have them win every game 5-4?
1-0. Give me the clean sheets.
All right. Would you rather have an amazing career with a mediocre team, or an average career with a consistently legendary team?
Incredible career with an average team.
Would you rather be known for having the best assist record or the most goals scored?
Goal scored. 100%.
Okay. Would you rather attend an international tournament in person, or watch every game from the best seat in your own home?
In person. Yeah, in person.
Okay. Would you rather have a state of the art stadium with terrible, terrible uniforms, or a rundown stadium with really cool uniforms?
Well, the second's Chelsea. So, yeah, give me the rundown stadium with the cool uniforms.
Would you rather be a world class player who sweats profusely, or a player who needs to hydrate every 5 minutes?
Kidding me?
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, you're good. Did you hear the question?
I did not hear the last one. No.
All right. Would you rather be a world class player who sweats profusely, or a player who needs to hydrate every 5 minutes?
Internet, not you.
Oh, you're okay. You're good now.
Let me hear the question again.
Would you rather
Yeah.
be a world class player who sweats profusely, or a player who needs to hydrate every 5 minutes?
Oh, switch profusely. I already do it, so I know what it's like.
I was gonna say I do the same thing when I work out. I mean, I could be on the
Brutal.
treadmill for 5 minutes and I look like I jumped out of the pool. All right, here comes the last final questions. Would you rather buy into breaks, or buy singles, or Percy wax?
Or what was the last time?
Percy your own box.
Percy. I have incredible luck on Percy's right now.
You really do. It's kind of sad.
It really pisses me off sometimes for people that go in my breaks because I wish I could have the luck for them.
Right. All right. Would you
We got to
rather
cut that one out, dude. I can't allow that.
would you rather have tickets to the World Cup final, any seat that you want, or sacrifice those tickets for the ultimate Grail card?
Because I don't know who's playing in the game, give me the ultimate grail card.
Really? You wouldn't even want to just go just for the environment's sake?
No, because it'd be upsetting that Ronaldo's not in it.
Well, that's the last question of our show, and I appreciate you so much. This is now overtime, so if there's any last minute things that you want to bring up or say, this is your floor to go.
No, man, I really appreciate everything you've done. You're doing incredible things for the hobby in general, Felipe. I think you should be really proud of it. And not only that, but the people that you come in contact with are instantly friends with you, and it says a lot about you. So, thank you for having me as a guest. Thank you for doing this stuff. I think it's incredible, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Thank you, man. That truly means a lot, and it's a blessing. And this has been a great opportunity. It's something I wanted to expand on my normal YouTube channel because I love sports in general, and I want to talk more about it. But I also want to like dive deep into the hobby and like get people to actually see what the hobby really is about because I got to experience it on both ends. And you were a prime example of always reaching out, even though you got the countries confused. It's Colombia, not Ecuador, but you always reached out when you had Colombia cards.
You guys just stole each other's colors. It's
No,
not
no,
my
no, no,
fault,
no,
man.
no, 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 no,
I
no.
don't know what to tell you.
They stole our colors. Ecuador fans, thank you so much for watching. I still love y'all. We both know it's a joke. Colombia's arepas are better, but we know that. But thank you again for showing up. Thank you so much for being a part on episode 2. I look forward. I seriously do, and I hope you get to be on more episodes down the road because it's honestly this was a blast having you on. So thank you so
Let
much.
me fix my internet, and I promise you I will.
Yes, fix your internet, and I'll do some editing and cutting, and we'll be sending this up. Thank you again.
Later, brother.
Later, brother. Take it easy.